Welcome back to Audi Camps. Today we have another opportunity for you to get to know what is going on with the auto industry, guys. Today we have three news from three different sources, and it's about the electrification of the auto industry. And let me tell you something, guys. There is a sedan apocalypse. There's not gonna be sedans soon. Everything is gonna be just like this vehicle right here. And without a further ado, let's talk about the Chevy Bolt EUV. The new category is electric utility vehicle. Now it's not CUV or SUV. This is the EUV. Unofficially rendered based on teasers for the Chevy Bolt 2022. We have also news from Kia and Genesis. The electric crossovers confirmed for 2021 launch. So by 2021, we're going to have two models from Korea, electric, fully electric. And at the end, but not the least important news, we have the 2022 Audi Q4 E-Tron Spy Shots, which is going to be another compact electric SUV. But they just don't want to call it CUV or EUV. So, but before that, I would like to remind you to subscribe to Audi Camps. Follow me on Facebook at Audi Camps. Check me out on Instagram, Coach_Oscarillo. And if you like this content, please hit the like button and do not forget to leave your comments down below and share your content on your favorite social media. But so without further ado, let's start talking about the Audi Q4 E-Tron Spy Shots, the compact electric SUV. Audi has talked about this SUV for the longest time, and this is coming from Motor Authority, and it's talking about the 2019 concept that Audi put out there. Now is basically around the corner to be revealed to you in a dealership near you. The Q4 E-Tron is going to count on the same platform of the Volkswagen ID.4 that we saw in a previous video I made. And let me tell you something, guys. Volkswagen has become like a GMC. Now they have Audi, they have Skoda, they have Seat, they have so many. Volkswagen, all those vehicles share the exact same platforms and different engines and different transmissions. And that's across the lineups. And basically what they're doing right now is that they're taking advantage of that. In Europe, they have Volkswagen, Audi. Audi is the top of the line. Volkswagen is the actual manufacturer, but Audi is the Lexus of Volkswagen, even though they're two different brands historically. Then they have SEAT, which is SEAT, Sociedad Española de Automovilismo y Transportación, which is SEAT or SAT. That one, and Skoda, which it used to be back in the days an Eastern Bloc company purchased by Volkswagen Group. So Audi Q E-Tron is going to be basically an ID.4, a Volkswagen ID.4 with the exact same platform, and they're going to have two different vehicles from this platform in the Audi lineup. It's going to be the actual SUV and the sportsback SUV that is expected to be out there in 2021, around September 2021. What does that mean to the auto industry? That means that Tesla has a bull's eye on their back since they're being rocking and talking about their stock market that is going over 700% closing the last year, 2020. And all the companies, the major manufacturers are going like, hey, we need to take a huge piece of the pie. And they're not hesitating about bringing actual real looking vehicles, like actual real life looking vehicles. Like Teslas, they were like way off to the left field on their designs and way off to the right field on their performance. Like those PD vehicles or performance vehicles from Tesla, the model SPD 90 or P90D, or the Falcon M, the Tesla X P90D or P100s. Those vehicles are like way out there in performance. However, in electrification, they're not that great. I have to say that Tesla is not that great. And I've been hoping for many, many years that somebody comes and take Tesla out with something really, really good. So Volkswagen and Audi, they're going with the Audi Q4 E-Tron with 82 kilowatts hour battery that is going to give you up to 302 horsepower and is going to propel this big SUV from 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds, which is a realistic regular car. 0 to 60 is not that fast, it's not that slow. And it's going to give you around 200 miles per charge, and that's around average for a vehicle this big and this category. What I don't believe is going to happen, that's going to be the standard. That's going to be the base model. Since Audi has the RS models, I believe that they're going to come with some performance package for this kind of vehicle, and they're going to bring performance and more MPG or MPE, miles per charge, MPC. I don't know how they call it. You guys leave it down below because I still don't know how to call that in the auto industry, all right? So shifting gears, we're going to go to GMC and the Chevy Bolt 2022, which is changing one more time. I don't know if you guys remember the Chevy Volt back in the days that died in 2019, and this was the Chevy Bolt. Since the sedan apocalypse and the United States market have not been inclined to purchase sedans anymore, now everybody want to be high-rise vehicles, they start introducing this kind of vehicle, which is the Chevy Bolt. So the Volt is the sedan version, and the Bolt is the kind of hatchback, funky-looking hatchback right here. But there's a problem in the United States with the branding and the way that vehicles look. And the problem is that in the United States, back in the days when my grandparents were young, people were very crazy about station wagons and state wagons. What happened was in the 90s, late 80s and 90s, having a station wagon was not the coolest thing in the world. So now in the early 2000s and the late 2010s, we have the SUV-fication of everything. If you want a performance car, it has to be an SUV. If you want a fast vehicle that can transport 5 people, it has to be an SUV or a CUV. So there's no more sports cars anymore. There's nothing out there. Sports cars, sedans, they're dying. They're a dying breed. So the new Chevy Bolt, they're saying that the Chevy Bolt is going to have a battery, the new one, the 2022. This is the way it's going to look. It's going to have a battery that's going to give you up to 300 miles per charge. I don't believe it's going to be very fast, but right now, let me show you some of the spy shots, because the spy shots are giving away the actual design that is very, very, very similar to the actual current model, but with more sharp lines and a lot of higher and taller than the current model. The actual rooftop looks like it has been increased, and the clearance looks a lot taller and is more vertical. So if we look at this particular model and we take a look on the current model, there's a huge change. And to me, the actual rendering looks very sexy, very appealing for a vehicle this size. So I don't know. They actually increased the height of the side skirts to make it look like an SUV, like a tall SUV. This one is very thin and low. And the actual fender line side skirts are kind of like taller also. And yeah, it makes it look more taller. And it's the actual trunk and the back, it looks more sharp and upright. So that makes it look more like a SUV. So Chevy is betting on this kind of vehicle to have a fully electric vehicle below the $30,000 mark for the European market and the global market and the US. And this is why I'm saying that Tesla has to watch their back, because all the companies are aiming towards them. Tesla is bragging so much and they're making so much money right now on the stock market with investors and everybody else supporting them, because there's no competition. There's no clear competition out there. But watch this, guys. Right now, as of today, I would not recommend you buy a Tesla, period. They're too expensive. They're not high-quality vehicles. They have batteries with a lot of issues when their climate or weather is extreme. When it's really hot, the battery operation goes 20% or 15 to 20% average, and is well documented in the internet. You can find it anywhere. And it was really cold, it happens the same. So I would not recommend a Tesla right now. If you want to buy an electric vehicle today, you have to go for the Ford Mustang Mach-E and maybe the Volkswagen ID3, or also venture with something else like the Chevy Bolt. That's something that you have to look for, because otherwise you're going to have what everybody else has, and it's not that great. And they're ugly looking vehicles. They're not very nice looking vehicles other than the Model S. So let's shift gears one more time to close out with the Kia and Genesis electric crossovers that are coming for 2021. Here we have what it looks like, the GV80 platform on the front face, but the two EVs will be based on the new eGMP platform from Kia, developed by Kia and Hyundai and Genesis. Remember, the same thing that happens in the US with the GMCs and GM, it's happening around the world. Volkswagen has an auto group. Kia, Hyundai is an auto group, which includes Genesis. And that's what's happening. It makes a lot of sense to have that kind of conversion. So they're saying that by 2021, they're going to have two vehicles fully electric, one for Kia and one for Genesis. And the Kia one is going to be in the version of the Hyundai 45 concept, which is going to be wearing the Ioniq moniker design. And they're going to have the same architecture. Here is the platform, the Kia GMP platform. The battery is low center gravity with dual motors, one for the rear, one from the front end. And that's a really cool thing. I think this is the future of the auto industry. I don't see it being generalized in other brands yet, but once they figure this out, they're going to go after Tesla, and they're going to kill the competition. Like, I'm not kidding. This is going to be a great thing for the customers and consumers, which is us in the other side, because we're going to have reduction of prices across the board, and that's what they're trying to look for. But I still betting all my marbles with Toyota and Lexus. I think they're going to be the ones to go for because of the reliability from Toyota, and that they have been making hybrid batteries for the longest time. So they have the technology already nailed. I still trust hybrids over EVs. Maybe in the future, if I get to see a Toyota with the solid state battery, I made a video a couple of weeks ago, I think that Toyota will be able to take over the whole auto industry with a good Lexus and so on. Kia and Hyundai are betting that this battery eGMP platform is going to be good to give you up to 310 miles per charge and 62 miles with a single charge with a fast charging technology for 5 minutes charge. In 5 minutes, you can get up to 62 miles. In a sense of emergency, yes, if you're rushed, but people who purchase or own electric vehicles, they're never in a hurry. I've never seen one in a hurry. I think that they're the most patient people in the world. I don't know. I still have conversations with my wife sometimes, and we think about buying an electric vehicle, like obviously the Tesla. And I'm telling her, like, we're not going to buy a Tesla. We're going to wait, and we're going to see what's going to happen with the auto industry. We both own a hybrid. She got a Lexus RX 450h, and I got a Prius 2017. And we're pretty happy with the purchases. So all that being said, the question of the day today is... The question of the day is, would you buy an EV vehicle, a Tesla, a Hyundai, a Chevy Bolt, or anything in between over a Toyota hybrid, or a Hyundai hybrid, or a Hyundai hybrid? That's a good question, because I like the safe thought about the gas engine giving me the extra range. and I don't have to worry about time of charging or wasting my time. I don't know about you, but I like hybrids today. Maybe in 2025, 4 years from today, I will probably make the decision to go for an electric vehicle. Maybe when Toyota comes with one. I will link you guys with that question, and I will see you guys soon. Enjoy your time.